If you're a small business owner, you know you're making dozens of decisions a day. But there's one that quietly holds the power to make or break your company: your bookkeeping software. So let's get right into why this one choice is, well, your true financial foundation.
Okay, I want to kick things off with just one number: 82%. Just let that sink in for a second.
So what is that number all about? You might think it's about, a bad product or maybe a lack of passion, but it's actually something way more fundamental. It's like a huge warning sign for every single entrepreneur out there.
Yep, that's it. A staggering 82% of small businesses that fail, it's because of poor cash flow management. They just got the money wrong. And that right there is exactly why the software you choose for your books isn't just another tool on the pile. No way. It's your financial command center.
All right, so let's really dig in. Why does this one choice matter so much? I mean, for your business's actual survival and its growth.
Okay, so at its most basic level, bookkeeping software is kind of like the central nervous system for your company's money. It's the thing that lets you see everything: your cash flow, whether you're good on taxes, your overall financial health. Honestly, without it, you are completely flying blind.
So this all leads every single business owner to a pretty big choice, a fork in the road, really. When it comes to your finances, you've got two very different paths you can go down.
So on one hand, you've got the path that, let's be honest, most people take: the ready-made, off-the-shelf software. Think of it as the convenient, one-size-fits-most t-shirt. But then, on the other hand, there's the path you build from scratch, a custom solution that's tailored perfectly to what you need.
Okay, so let's actually put these two paths head-to-head. We're going to scout them out and compare them across three really key areas: how much control you get, how complex they are, and, of course, the big one: the cost.
This table really breaks it all down, doesn't it? It shows the fundamental trade-off. With off-the-shelf, you get up and running fast, and the initial cost is low. But you give up control. A custom build, yeah, it takes more time and more money up front, but you get total ownership and something that fits like a glove. It's really that classic dilemma. Do you pay for convenience now, or do you invest in control for the long haul?
But wait a second, that initial price tag? That's just the tip of the iceberg. It really doesn't tell you the whole story. What's absolutely crucial here is to understand how these costs change over time. And that, my friends, brings us to something called the total cost of ownership, or TCO.
So let's take a look at this example. We're talking about a business with about 15 people. Yeah, that custom option has a big, scary number up front for sure. But look at the off-the-shelf one. Those recurring subscription fees, they really start to add up. We're talking thousands and thousands a year. And that number just keeps climbing as your team gets bigger.
And wow, this chart just makes the long-term picture crystal clear, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. Over 5 years, those little subscription fees that seem so harmless can actually add up to more than the entire cost of building a custom solution. Suddenly, that big upfront investment starts to look a whole lot different when you're playing the long game.
All right, so with all of that in mind, how in the world do you actually decide? Let's build out a practical framework, a map, to help you figure out which path is the right one for your business.
Okay, first up, when does it just make sense to go with an off-the-shelf solution? What are the big flashing signs that point you down that path? When is it the smart, practical move?
Well, if you're a pretty small team, say under 10 people, and your accounting needs are, well, standard, this is probably your lane, especially if your budget for a big upfront cost is tight and you need something that just works, like right now. An off-the-shelf tool is going to give you that efficiency without breaking the bank. Okay, so now for the flip side. What are the telltale signs that scream, hey, you need to build your own thing? When is it smarter to invest in a custom solution?
This is really where those generic one-size-fits-all tools start to fall apart. If your financial workflows are unique, or you need to coordinate between multiple departments, or you have super specific industry compliance rules, trying to jam that into a pre-built box is going to create some seriously costly headaches and mistakes. For businesses like that, a custom build isn't a luxury. No, it's a strategic asset. It's what unlocks real efficiency and paves the way for growth.
All right, before you pull the trigger on anything, here's your pre-decision checklist. These are 5 concrete, absolutely non-negotiable steps. First, map out your current workflows. Second, forecast your growth for the next 3 to 5 years. Third, do the math. Estimate the total cost of ownership for both paths. 4, figure out what other systems this thing needs to talk to, like your CRM or inventory. And 5, please talk to the experts, both financial and technical. Do this, and you'll know your decision is a solid one.
So you can see this whole thing, it's so much more than just a technical decision about buying some software. It really is about strategy.
So if you take one thing away, let it be this. You're not just buying a subscription or paying for a developer, you are literally architecting the financial backbone of your entire company. This single choice is going to impact how you scale, how you stay compliant, and how clearly you can make decisions for years and years.
So, I'll leave you with one final question to really chew on as you map out your company's journey. Is this software just another expense you have to cover? Or is it an investment in your future, a foundation that's going to support everything you build on top of it? Your answer to that, well, that's what's going to tell you exactly which path you need to take.